All right, are we on? Let's go. We're starting. We're live. Whatever. I'm annoyed. I don't even know what the fuck my producer is talking about. I don't understand this.
Mincy. What does Mincy have to do with our golf show? That's what
I have no idea. You start saying, well, this is our producer, Dave Cullinane, has been about as successful as we have the last couple of weeks as a producer. He comes on, he's like, well, Mincy did a thing last week, and then he's like, well, Mincy used the same thing we do in Barstool Center. I'm like, I don't know what because you asked the question. I guess every week he sends you a different. I don't know the technology. So
we're on Mellow app. Melon app? What the fuck is that?
It's the same thing as all the other ones. It's the same exact.
I've always done this. Even the past, we do random stuff. Even for like the Kate, you'll send me these new things every time. It's never the same thing.
Does it work?
No. So
last week.
I have no idea. I don't listen. I don't watch.
Okay.
No, that's my point. Is last week I had to leave my computer open for like a whole day in order for it to work. So my point is like the.
What was the one was that the one where he was freezing the whole time?
Which is why we use platforms like this.
But he was on location last week.
Yes, but
he's home now.
But besides us addressing his issues, nobody knew that he had issues because whatever.
I get that, but I'm talking about for us. I care about us.
What's the Mincy part of it?
He was using the same platform we were using last week.
So what? We weren't. I mean, I know we were live.
Millions of people use that platform, like millions, all at the same
account.
On the same
account, we were using the same platform. So I figured let's use something else
so
we don't fuck it up. Because from a technological standpoint, it could have fucked up. This is completely separate.
There are things roving around Mars right now. We can't use the same app as Mincy.
Yeah, but you don't even know what goes into all this.
Neither do you.
I was protecting you guys is what I was doing.
I don't know. Whatever.
That can't be that. There's no way that could be the logic behind this. No way. There's just no way. You lost me at where you're protecting us. Okay.
And before we get into the picks this week, no, hold on real quick though. On my show today, the Kirk Minihane Show, which I would really, as Riggs, I always encourage people to subscribe and leave a 5-star review. It's important. My life will totally change.
Yep.
Please.
Mm-hmm. I know how much you care about that.
Dave Cullinane, if you notice, as always on social media, because I like you guys, I was retweeting my foreplay guys who were made a deal with the PGA Championship. Cullinane said what, Dave? Go ahead.
I was being sarcastic.
No, you were not. No, you were not. No, you were not. No, you weren't.
This is just backtrack, Dave. This is back. Okay. All right.
Now, say what you said. Just say
I thought Barstool was anti-establishment, and here we are partnering with the PGA Tour so aggressively. It was shit talk. I retweet.
You're also so dumb. You're one of these morons that claims that the PGA Championship is not the PGA Tour. Those are two separate things. So when you say, I get that we partner with them as well, but when you plant your flag and have the fight now and be like, I thought you guys better. This isn't the PGA Tour. This is something different. It's a major championship, and it's the PGA of America. So those are two totally different things.
I don't think the Foreplay podcast has ever presented itself as like this anti-establishment, crazy, like maybe like the old media, but it's not like this crazy, wild. Like you guys are friendly with the guys on the tour.
I'm glad this is bringing you two together.
No one's
sarcasm.
No, it's not. Definitely, if you go listen to it, it was definitely not sarcasm.
Listen, I already know. Like there's. It's also exactly when have we presented ourselves as complete morons that would pass up an opportunity to partner with selling our shit that has a major championship logo on it?
Well, considering this show is not put out a piece of merchandise in like 4 years, I don't think we should be saying a goddamn thing. Literally,
I think the last time hats. Everybody buys hats. Why don't you just sell? Do you sell normal?
That's what I say.
KMS hats.
That's what I always say. Every day I'm saying these guys, get these hats out here. I really want people to wear my hats.
Give me the hat every day. I know, yeah. I'm telling you, Dave, if you really want to just get something on a hat, I need you on the cross on a hat. I would buy that.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Our merchandise is top shelf. Anyway, as I said in my show this week, I'm taking a lot of calls. People are very critical. I have told people there are peaks and there are valleys. This is a process. If you want John Rahm top 20 this week, I would recommend you make that bet if you'd like. It's probably minus like 9 zillion. Knock yourselves out. This is a long shot business. I will address my side first. My guy in the DP World Tour is in the top 10, tied fourth heading to the final round. He fucking blew it on Sunday. I had a plus 750 for top 20 for Gadsden on the LPGA Tour. Plus 750 top 20. She was 24th going to the final round. Shit the bed. And most famously for us, our partners, Thagala and Suh, kind of like dancing around the top 5 all week, go and shoot a sweet 40 on the back 9 with an 8 on that final hole, which I don't even know how you make an 8 in that fucking hole. I don't know how that's possible.
People blew up. People blew up at the end. I mean, look, there's nothing worse than scrolling through the fucking Barstool Sportsbook app and just seeing they put those red L's next to your bets.
It hurts. It does hurt. It does hurt.
I had so many of those
it's a slump.
in a row
It's a
from
slump.
that. I'm still reeling from the Masters. The Masters, we went into that final round. It's our favorite event. We both fantasize about it. We both romanticize about it. It's great. We went into that final event. We had like 5 bets that were either on the line or close. Jason Day, I think, shot 80, and people just blew up all over the place. And we just haven't fully recovered from that. But
here's what gives me a courage. We are so it's like a golfer when they're so close they can feel it. We are close to breaking through. Is it going to be this week? I don't know, but a breakthrough stretch. What we're trying to do is we're getting close. We're peaking for the PGA Championship, is what I would say. Presented by, I think Barstool Sports is the presenting sponsor of the PGA Championship. So
I haven't seen anybody else talking about the PGA Championship 4 weeks in advance like we have been. Damn so right. I have to agree with that. I think we're clearly the front runners.
You'll be there?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. And I got just a quick 8 plays this week that I feel really good about.
You have 8 plays this week? Okay, you have twice as many plays as I do this week. So I'm going to let you go first. You can do 2 for every one of mine. So go ahead.
I'm going to lead in the theme that you kind of laid out, that this isn't just the Pick Scotty Scheffler show, even though I've done that before and we hit on that bet. And that guy told me it was the worst bet of all time, even though it fucking hit and you made money on it. I'm going to go a plus 500 to kick off. I'm going to go Gary Woodland top 5.
Oh my God.
It's a golf course.
It's one of my fucking picks. It's one of my picks.
Do we like that or hate that? I still haven't decided if we enjoy.
Well, to be fair, I have Woodland plus 225 top 10, so we'll go differently. So go ahead.
Okay, we'll stay. Yeah, because every time we've come together on that, it hasn't worked out. So I'm going to stick with mine. Woodland. This is a good golf for him. Good golf course for him. He's a roller coaster this year, which I don't hate because peaks, valleys. We talked about that. It's kind of the theme of the show. This is going to be a peak week, so I like Gary Woodland top 5. I got him at plus 500.
He's playing a little better right now. Played okay at the Masters. He's played well. You think he played well here last year? That's a good pick. So, okay, give me a second one.
Okay, I got 2 head-to-head matchups I'm going to get out of the way.
Oh,
round 1, I got Taylor Pendrith. Yeah, we're going to kick it off. Taylor Pendrith to defeat Alex Smalley. Round 1, he's plus 110.
Plus 110 in the first round to beat Smalley.
Thursday, good action from Taylor Pendrith, Canadian.
Okay.
I liked him from the start. Yeah. He was also my pick in the For the Cut bet this week, which has stalled out similarly to the golf show that's unnamed that goes on Barstool Sportsbook 100% live at 5 p.m. every Wednesday. Absolutely. So, and then the other head-to-head, I got Mark Hubbard to defeat Doc Redman, round 1. Mark Hubbard is minus 110. So those are both close to a pick 'em, but I got Hubbard and I got Taylor Pendrith to get wins in those head-to-head matchups round 1 Thursday.
Okay, so I'm going to make so I have the Woodland pick. Let me just find my head. So I have Woodland, let me see here. Top 10 plus 225. I consider that top 5. I don't hate that pick. I have him top 10. And then I have him getting plus money, plus 120 against Wyndham Clark, who is the third favorite this week. So if I'm going to pick Woodland to finish in the top 10 and don't hate top 5, if he's getting plus money against another guy, I'm going to take him. So plus 120. Well, I don't love Wyndham Clark. I'll probably win this event by like 8 shots. But plus 120 Woodland against Wyndham Clark. Take that as well. I think Woodland feels like he's bubbling right now. Like I said, he had a pretty good Masters. I think he was 14th here last year. And he is again, even this week, he's the 4th favorite. Like, this is another one of these tournaments. I mean, this field is brutal. So, do I 22 to 1 to win? I'm not taking anybody to win. But if I had to take somebody, he's not the worst pick, but I'm taking him top 10. I'm taking him over Wyndham Clark.
All right. I'm sure all the critics of the show are taking Jon Rahm to win this week, I would assume. They're
Well, I will say this, Riggs. If you want to make some money, Jon Rahm top 40 is minus 2,000. So if you want to guarantee, want to go to the dough, go for it. Knock yourself up.
I had my eye on that. If you had an extra $2,000 laying around, what would that win you? $100 if you finished?
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this head-to-head question. Okay.
Okay.
Do you hate? I thought about this again. If you give me a good player plus money, it's hard for me to say no. Finau plus 188 to beat Rahm head-to-head. Does that do anything for you or no?
I know where you're going with it. I don't.
Rom's on such a roll. Rom's on such a fucking roll right now, though.
It's just the counter to that is obviously it's really hard to bet against somebody who is playing as lights out as John Rahm. I did see something, and I'm gonna kind of stick with I'm gonna stick with that Finau theme. One of my plays this week is exclusively on the Barstool Sportsbook, and it is Tony Finau or Patrick Rodgers to win is plus 550. So
okay, we've had some bad Patrick Rodgers history here on the show, just to be fair. But yeah,
I agree. But we also had bad Matt Fitzpatrick history, and then he has
also
gone on a tear. So I'm trying to kind of, delve into into that. And hope that we can.
So give me those numbers again.
Energy going.
Let me hear that
Tony
again.
Finau or Patrick Rodgers to win this week is plus 550. You get both of them. So you get both of them. They're boosted. Whatever. I saw that on one of the enhanced. I think it was enhanced offers on the Barstool Sportsbook. Great.
Enhanced
great
offers.
app.
Let me find that right now. That is a good one. Enhanced. Oh, here it is right here. Yes, I'm looking at it right now. Okay. I like that. I'm going to give you. Let me see here. Which one should I go with next? I will go with a top 20 pick. I believe it is. Let me double check. Yes, Brandon Wu plus 200 top 20. I'm taking Brandon Wu again. Top 20. I know playing well. I feel like he's going to have a decent week. Plus 200. Top 20. Again, this field, it's brutal to get like. The problem is like the long shots this week. Like there's a reason why in this field these guys are long shots. Like in a elevated field, some of these long shots are still like damn good players. Long shots this week, we are in like, Harry Higgs, Sean O'Hare. I know O'Hare actually played okay last week, I think. Mm-hmm. We're in that world now with Jonathan Bird. Like it's Kelly Craft. I mean, these names scare me. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go plus 200. Greg Chalmers, who I follow on Twitter. I would say plus 200.
Is he pretty active on Twitter?
He is kind of self-deprecating.
Yeah.
I kind of like him. That's right. So yeah, Brandon. Is that right? Was this my Brandon Wu pick? Is that right?
Yep. What's he at?
What's
plus
200? Top 20 plus 200.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go. So I also have a top 20 at plus 200. So somebody that's in the same boat. I got Lee Hodges top 20 is plus 200. Again, a bit of a roller coaster. He's got 3 top 20s in his last 8 starts, but he's also got 3 missed cuts. One of those was the Zurich Classic team event, alternate shot, all kinds of weird shit going on. But if we're gonna get our guys that are in a similar position out of the way, I'm going Lee Hodges top 20 plus 200.
Did you watch much? Oh, you were there. What was your take last week on that whole thing?
It's a pretty low energy event overall. It feels like when you're there. The players, but I'll also say we don't go to a lot of normal tour events, so maybe that just feels more like a normal tour event. Despite what Colonnade might think, we haven't historically had a tight relationship with the PGA Tour, and we don't get a lot of value out of going to the average event. So we pretty much go to like majors. Majors love us. Majors make PGA and U.S. Open. They make like 90% of their revenue all year long for their whole organization in 1 week. So it behooves them to bring in people like us and amplify everything, whereas the PGA Tour really doesn't. So we don't go to that many tour events. Going to kind of an average tour event is a bit of a letdown compared to the other ones. So maybe that was a big part of it, but it's kind of low energy. It seems low stress. I imagine it's similar to like the Hawaii events where guys are kind of chilling more so than they're grinding. But But I like the team aspect. I like alternate shot. Alternate shot, you see people shoot like 9 under, or you shoot what Duval and Daly shoot.
Shot the one side. I think they shot 85, maybe
85. Okay, alternate shot. Yeah, so you see all kinds of crazy shit with alternate shots. So I enjoy the team aspect. It's something a little different.
I am going to again. I was close on one of these picks last week. This is plus 138, plus money for a top 10 finish for Nelly Korda this week on the LPGA Tour. Wow. She had a tied 57th in March. I'll give you her other finishes. 3rd, 5th, 2nd, 6th, 4th. So you're getting plus money for that player at plus for a top 10 this week, plus 138. So I wouldn't even be opposed to somebody if they wanted to bet her in the top 5 this week, which would be plus 250. But I go plus 138 top 10. Nelly Korda, top 10.
disappointing finish for her last week, right? Wasn't she? Was right there going into the final round, and she just couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, Georgia Hall was not a good pick last week. She did not play well last week. That was a miss. Jennifer Kupcho, miss. Nelly Korda this week. And again, people are going to say, well, gutsy pick. Plus 138, top 10. Nelly Korda this week.
If it hits, it's a great pick, Kirk. That's all that matters.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Mark Hubbard. I got Mark Hubbard this week. He finished tied for 11th at the RBC. I like that. Yep. They missed the cut last week, but again, a team event, weird, alternate shot, anything could go. I don't think you could really put that on the guy. So I like that I saw him up there to T11 at RBC. He's top 20 is what I got him for this week at plus 275. So again, if those are kind of my two top 20 guys there, Lee Hodges, Mark Hubbard at plus 200 and plus 275. I think one of those is going to hit. One of those hits, we're looking good. Both of them hit. Obviously, we have a fantastic week. So I got Mark Hubbard top 20 plus 275.
All right, give me another one because you got more. I think you have more than I have this week. We were saying.
And then I wasn't gonna. This is a very late edition for me.
Okay.
But I was asked because Colt Knost is very close with Gary Woodland. So before I made that Woodland pick, I asked him what he thought, and then he responded out of the clouds. He said, he likes the course, but whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then he said out of the clouds, he really likes Wyndham Clark this week.
I just picked against Wyndham Clark.
I know you picked against him, so I'm a little bit hesitant. It's not
No, make your pick. I don't hate it.
It's not even fully on my sheet yet. I was debating if he really likes him. Do I go top 5? Do I go top 10? I'm going to go Wyndham Clark plus 188
top
finish
10?
in the top 10.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, I can see it. I mean, I've never been a Wyndham. I don't know why. It's probably not fair. I've never been a big Wyndham Clark guy. I don't know why. He doesn't do much for me.
I feel like he's got to break through at some point. I've seen him up there at a lot of leaderboards. It feels like going into the weekend, and then it doesn't really pan out to much. So maybe this is his week. Weird field. By weird, I mean shitty field. So I got that piece of advice. I don't need a lot to go off of, and that wasn't a lot. It was just one text message from Colt Knost. So I threw that on my list. Wyndham Clark, top 10, plus 188.
Colt Knost made me think of this in a way. So we like Trevor Immelman. He's been on your show a bunch. He's interacted with me on Twitter. I feel like he's being marginalized in that lead spot. So, like, Nance wasn't there last week. If Nance isn't there, you either give Immelman like a much bigger role or you give him the week off too. It feels like he's then like in the B crew. It felt minor leagues to me. I don't know. I feel like even the Rahm interaction, I feel like so far, I feel like the Immelman experiment for CBS, really through no fault of his own, I think it just feels like he and Nance are not gelling yet. I'm not getting that. I feel like Nance is looking at him like a junior partner right now.
Do you ever feel, though, like Nance and Faldo, like, gelled?
No, but Faldo, whether you liked him or not, there's like a big personality, like a big, huge name, like just a massive name. And then you have Immelman's brother walking around who sounds like him. It's very weird. I'm very confused most of the time. Yeah,
that dynamic, I agree, has always been a little bit weird. That's always kind of a weird spot. It's like Johnny Miller, I think, did the best, my favorite.
Best ever. The best ever.
He was, but even he was sort of, you almost had to just let him get, like, I wouldn't even say he necessarily gelled with like Dan Hicks. It was more just.
No, but they built the whole broadcast. Like Roger Malpe would be like, what do you think of this Johnny? Or Gary Koch, like it was built around Johnny, which even with Azinger, who I'm not wild about, kind of the same thing. I feel like Immelman seems like a really nice guy, and it feels like he's a nice guy trying to figure out where he fits into the, like, he just doesn't seem comfortable yet when I listen to it.
I do agree that it's he's always been a nice guy. He gets along extremely well, I think, with everyone. So it's hard for that person to then be up there and do a Johnny Miller or do a Zinger where you kind of roast people or say that they just collapse based on nerves. So,
no, they were critical. He was critical of Cantlay a couple weeks ago. I'll give him that.
Yeah, so I think it probably takes a little bit to find his voice. He's a big friend of the program. I love Trevor, so I'm probably biased, and I'm just going to say nice things about him. So I think he's doing
I like him too. Job. No, I like him too. I want it to work out. I'm concerned. I'm getting a little bit of that, like, Nance is like, you're my little brother thing. It doesn't feel like they're equals in that booth. Where like Romo went right away, and Romo was like the alpha guy in the booth, whether you like him or not. Yeah. But like it was his booth, where it's kind of like Immelman feels like he's like nervous. He's like at his like girlfriend's parents' house for dinner for the first time. And that's
I think it might take a little bit to get his feet underneath him and get confident. And I like that he's going after Cantlay, but I don't necessarily disagree with you, but. Give him time. Give him a little bit of time there, Kirk.
Okay, I will. I'm listening. Okay.
You don't have a choice. You kind of have to give him time, really.
I would agree. So this guy's had a bunch of top 30s lately. So I'm going to go plus 200 top 30. Michael Kim, who was like completely lost a couple of years ago. He's kind of figured it out, and I think he has 6 or 7 top 30s in like his last 10 or 11 events. I think he's plus 200 for a top 30 this week. Playing pretty well. Not a great field. The course sets up pretty well for him looking at the numbers. So I'm going to go plus 200 Michael Kim, top 30.
I love that. Yeah,
you like that one?
I'm going to jump on that one with you.
Good. That should work out fine then.
Usually, that hasn't missed. That formula was great. Let's go. Yeah, let me see some of these results from Michael Kim. You're telling me he's playing a little better, eh? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Look at that. Okay, yeah. 1,000 missed cuts. And then lately, T19, T46, T26, T5th, T45, T11.
Yeah,
okay.
He's there's some signs. Yeah, he was completely lost. I think he missed like 20 of 22 cuts. And now which by the way, a couple weeks ago, I actually thought Matt Fitzpatrick was on his way. I thought we were having another Baker Finch Duval thing. I was like, oh my God, this guy is, because it happens. But of course now, since then he's,
teaches you how just close they are at all times. I mean, we see it. We see it a few times a year where some guy goes miscut, win, and they come out of the fucking clouds and win a golf tournament. So, I'm with you. I couldn't have been more against Matthew Fitzpatrick when he made that 9 when he came out. We had him like top 5 that week, and he went like bogey 9 and missed the cut. I was like, this guy's fucking done. We were sharing pictures between ourselves about some personal life things that he's going that we didn't love, and then he comes out and plays lights out ever since and wins. So
he carried his brother. I mean, they didn't contend last week. His brother's like a 14 handicap, and they finished in the top 10. So every time I look at his brother, he's missing a 2-footer. I'm sure he's a good player, but Jesus God.
I could not believe that they contended in that event. Sort of preposterous that he's even allowed to do that. But then,
so if they won that week, he doesn't get the same. I forget what the status is.
I think you do. I think you do because that happened.
2-year. No, you get a 2-year.
Because I think a few years ago it was when Brooks played with his brother.
Chase
people,
yeah,
people going in were bitching about like if he fucking wins, this guy gets the same perks and whatever.
I thought that's why they changed it. But you might be right.
Hopefully they change. All right, I got one more for you. I think I got one more for you. This is a bit of my emotional pick. I like this guy a lot. He's finished in the top 40 last year. He finished tied for 33rd. So he's had, I'm not going to say a bunch of success, but this week I have him at top 40, which T33 would be inside the top 40. At plus 138, I got Doug Gim.
Wow.
I've picked him.
Quiet lately, huh? Yeah.
I've picked him a couple times this year. He's had some good finishes, some really bad stretches.
You are a Doug Gim guy.
I like Doug Gim. I know we got dinner last week with Dr. Brett McCabe, who's the Fixing Frankie guy. Doug Gim works underneath him, so he was saying some positive things. So a little bit of emotional pick. I like the guy. He's a friend of the program. I'm going Doug Gim, top 40. Doesn't have to play lights out. Weak field, top 40, plus money. So I got him at plus 138.
138 top 4. I'm looking at his results this year. Okay.
They're not phenomenal. They're not horrific.
Yeah. He's he can finish in the top. He can finish in the top 40 this event.
Thank you. I think so too.
And this is one of these events where you get here's one of your pairings. Nothing against these guys. This is a threesome you have going out Thursday morning. Greg Chalmers, Kevin Stadler, DJ Trahan. This is not. But you know what? This is our kind of field, though. This is these are our kind of people.
It really opened my eyes to the tour week in and week out. I feel like we say this is our kind of tournament, like 2 out of 3 weeks, which really shows you that the tour, when the Live crew chirps the tour about how their week in and week out isn't that strong, they've got a pretty good point.
The elevated events, though, but then it's it's still.
Yeah, they drag everybody out of these and go to the elevated, and then nobody plays in them. I can't believe Rahm's playing. I guess he won there, so that's why he
won. So I think that's it, yeah. So then, all right, so the picks are in. I feel like every week we put in a lot of work. Like you said, I texted you on maybe Monday, and we were going over these. We're doing our work. See what happens.
I love this Gary Woodland plus 500. That's a long shot, but he's a good player. So that's
that pick.
It's my big one. That's what I'm going to really sweat out this weekend. He'll probably miss the fucking cut and it'll ruin everything. I'll have to delete the app. But I think I like Gary Woodland a lot. But you're right. Monday morning we're texting, so people got to realize that. Like you said, this isn't just some half-ass bullshit. I know Colin ain't thought so with my connection the other week and blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
But I feel really good. I know we put the work in. Mexico Open. Maybe we needed to just get out of the country for a week and regroup. So this could be a big week for us.
How does it work? Who contacts who with this, like a PGA Championship? Is that you? Is that these idiot salespeople at Bar? Who is doing that?
So one of the teams at Barstool that's behind the scenes that's actually really good is our merchandise team. And we've got a guy, Quinn, who heads up like the retail part. So we do PGA Tour Superstores, golf courses, Golf Galaxies.
Golf
Dick's.
Galaxy, I see it all the time, yeah.
And then he does, he's started to reach out and get us really good relationships with PGA Tour and with obviously the PGA of America. So PGA Championship stuff, there's a chance we're going to have some Ryder Cup stuff. So yeah, he does a great job and then brings it to us and we kind of go through different mock-ups and all the bullshit. And then voila, here we are.
Are you nominating him for one of those Barstool jackets now?
Yeah, the Beast. I have. I sent a couple emails last week, and I just said, "Keep up, keep up the great work. Beast mode is what I put in there." So
I think you said you might nominate me for a Beast jacket, which would be one of the great moments of my life.
I'm a little torn between you, Feidelberg. I would love to see him get one.
For sure.
Does
anything crystallize how stupid salespeople are more than that jacket? Is that not the perfect picture of stupidity?
Can you imagine being a person who lives in this world, who that comes across their desk or that idea percolates inside of their brain? They put that onto a piece of paper or into a presentation, present it, and never once does it cross their mind that this is fucking brutal.
What's more crazy is it got greenlit. The people are like, hell yeah, like fuck. I always laugh before we played that final round of that mini golf tournament. You were trying to get in my head, and you said to me, like, look around all these salespeople. Like, what do you how much money? And I'm like, why should I care? But you nailed it perfectly.
What did we count? 19? I think we counted 19 people standing in like a
doing
10 by
nothing.
10 fucking patio,
eating chips,
literally nothing,
giggling, and
that
taking pictures.
They were in that moment. One of those people was coming up with this beast mode jacket idea, and was like, "This is it. This is a fucking great idea." Oh man, yeah, I'm nominating you. You're my guy, especially if you have a big week this week. Mexico Open.
I could use it.
Maybe
we need it. So we need like a nice 67 from Gary Woodland in the first round. Don't fuck around. Like we don't need a 72. Give me a little -4, -5. Be in the mix and take us for a ride this week. We are putting our everything. Gary Woodland's our guy this week because truthfully, like the top 5, I like that pick too. I'm picking him top 10, but I have no problem with the top 5 pick. So our guy this week, which is not gutsy in this field, but it's just what the numbers spit out, is Gary Woodland.
Yep. I love it. Let's go, Gary. We got some Thursday matchups that I picked. Nelly Korda.
Oh, that's right. I got to keep an eye on. I like those. I should take. You know what? I should have taken a Thursday matchup to be in there with you too. God damn it.
I know you want that action early. You don't want to have to grind out 4 days for everybody. Come on.
I'll take a look. Maybe I'll add one later on. All right. So we're back. Where are they next week? Have I lost my mind?
Is it Charlotte? Are they back? Is that 2 weeks?
Is McCovey next week? Next week is Wells Fargo, then AT&T, and then I believe the PGA, right?
Yeah, and then the Barstool Sports presents the PGA Championship.
That's correct.
3 weeks away.
Mm-hmm. Damn right. All right. We'll go. All right. I'll talk to you next week. All right. Go
right,
make
fellas.
your picks. This is be a good week for us. See ya.